Oh, hi, I'm Irene Thomas. This is the second video that I'm doing using this method of Tangle. It's a therapeutic art, a therapeutic way of meditating. I'm going to use the Psalms. I did Psalm 1 last time. This week I'm looking at the 23rd Psalm. So I'll just read these couple of verses. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the quiet waters. He restores my soul, and he guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. It's a wonderful psalm, well known, sung all over the world, but today we're going to look at the psalm through art. I'm going to use the Tangle method, so I shall just show you that I made a template which is 5 by 5 by 5. You don't have to do it exactly this size, but keep it within sort of quite a small area, and then you can place it on your pad to draw around so that you've got sort of some measurement if you want, or you can just do it loosely as I've done here. This is a tangle. I've taken it on fishing. Here is the fishing net and the fish caught in the net, and around these areas I've made different patterns, which makes quite an interesting picture, which is called tangles. Here, circles, stars, lines, and you don't have to do anything accurately. It does work out, but today I'm going to show you a coloured method, the way that I did this one at an earlier time, and I'll just show you quickly what I did. So far, to save time, I've already done this piece. All I did is draw very loosely fields of fields. I just drew those in and then filled them in with different colours. I've used acrylic paint. It's still a little bit wet. I did it just a few minutes before. So I thought I would just show you how, just to bring pattern into this picture. Now, David, when he wrote this psalm, he wasn't talking about himself, even though he was a shepherd boy. He talked about the Lord being his shepherd. He was out on the fields by himself, alone, battling with lions and bears. It's recorded in the scriptures what he did, but this is what he sang to the Lord. The Lord, you are my shepherd, I shall not want. And so in these fields you can just draw very lightly into them. If you've got, this is a waterproof pen, so if you've got one to hand, but you could use HB 2 pencil. It should work, but anything that will work onto the colour. So here I've done little notes to fill in the pattern here, because David would have sung this in worship to God out there on the fields under the stars, or just as he worshipped God. So here, to show that it is a song that is sung all over the world, but also David was, he played his harp for King Saul, so we know that he would just make up all the hundreds of psalms that we've got recorded, but this one is just showing that it is a song. Here, so you could just put in different lines. You can do anything in these. It just makes the picture as a picture more interesting than just doing plain fields, though I have done like a little landscape of the psalm, but it's sort of, I've just drawn into it, but you can't really see there. And there's another painting, but in this one you can see that I put pattern here. I've used umbrellas because the Lord was his shelter, the one who looked after him. He was the shepherd who looked after David when he was out there, and he's the same shepherd today. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And these times are difficult times when we're separated from our families, but the Lord is always with us. And so this meditative practice helps bring it to, and anything that you can think of to bring in as pattern is worth doing, and to bring the psalm into a realistic thing for you. So here I've done the notes here, but also in this image you can keep adding to it, but I've put across the page, the Lord is my shepherd. I don't know if you can see, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, right across. And then here I put other parts of the psalm. He makes me lie down in green pastures. Sometimes our times here on earth are very restful and wonderful times. Other times can be very stormy and difficult, but you can put all the different verses into the picture. Here I put, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So you can write all the words of the psalm into the picture. Word and image is very effective, and you can make some very beautiful designs. You could make sort of a frame, oh you can't see, a frame just around this. You can do it right at the end when you finish your picture. You don't have to do straight lines, and you can add to that. And in here you could put sort of dots or circles, different shapes of circles, and or even squares. Just use any form of pattern, and you could add different colours into those areas. Here you could see, you could write the Lord is my shepherd right across there, and you could bring in, as regards pattern, you could do upside down here, crook here, and a shepherd, and you could use that as a pattern. You could draw into these sheep much more clearly and do pattern around them. And to remind yourself of this psalm, you could make a collection of these pictures, put them in a scrapbook, or even frame them up if you feel that they you want to see them regularly. They are a comfort. They are showing us that the Lord is with us, and the Lord is my shepherd. And remember, he says he knows us all by name. In John 10 it says he knows each one of us, and so he knows us, so we can speak to him and ask for his help. If it's difficult time, particularly difficult some days, you can ask him, please help me, Lord. You are my shepherd. Please guide me and help me. So I'll leave you now.